But the point I'm trying to bring up, though, is that there's codes to everything. And your belief is what dictates what that code's going to write. And then everything has to follow. That's consciousness. Consciousness writes the code. When you choose from your essence, that's consciousness choosing. We know for a fact consciousness alters matter. We know that. We have studies on this. I know the observer effect, and there's one thing about the observer effect that people still say, well, when you observe something differently, it changes it. And I was listening to a physicist one time, and he said, actually, that's not true. And I was like, well, hold up. Everybody's been talking about that. Everybody. And I did a podcast on this. And in essence, it's how you define it. So I was like, how do you define it? Is how you measure it, right? It was how they measured it, really, is what they said changed it. And I said, well, great. It's how you define it. It's what you believe, because what you believe is what you give energy to. Remember, life is meaningless unless you give with energy you're giving it to. Then it starts to take its course from there. So when we look at the belief, you are setting the code, the rules of how it's supposed to play.